welcome to the Law McArthur Live. I'm Tim Bartz.
And I'm Sarah Davis.
Welcome in, and of course we are recording this as a podcast as well, or if you're watching it with us here on YouTube. And this week we are actually not live, it's just pre-recorded, but we're recording it live. How about that? So recording it live, no cuts, edits, or anything. In fact, we're recording it in the afternoon because tomorrow we're going to leave early morning on Tuesday to head to the New York Auto Show. So this is being recorded in the afternoon on Monday, and
it's pretty busy.
It's pretty busy, pretty loud, which is why you probably know why we wait until the evening to do our live streams. But yes, so anyway, you can listen to this on your podcasting streaming platforms. You do just search for Video Guy, and you can find it on a bunch of your favorite ones. We're on Spotify, and it is hosted on Podbean, and it goes out from there. But you can find it on your favorite podcasting channels. So feel free to look at there. If you want to watch it live, you can also watch the recorded version. We don't have a lot of images for this episode, and because this is pre-recorded, you're watching it on YouTube. You're watching it as a premiere video, which means that you can chat. So you can see that live chat is going on in there.
We're probably in there.
We're probably going to be in there as well. So hopefully you see that, and we're going to take some time to watch this with you. And to chat with you guys, so feel free to chat with us. We should be in the chat for you. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff.
Give us
hit
a
the
like.
like button, all that good stuff too. So, and Sarah, you want to talk about membership?
Yes. So if you want to become a member, it's $4.99 a month. You'll go over to that subscribe button. Right next to it will be a join button, unless you're an Apple user. So Apple, you can't go into the app. You have to go to your web browser and then go up to the little A and big A in that link bar and request desktop browser. So that's how you have to do it.
You'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, don't forget to get the content.
You get a new member packet that I send out. The new member content will be under the membership tab and community tab. We have some fun in there. We do a couple of lives just for members, so it's a lot of fun. A good community too.
Yep. So usually every Friday we do a member live video, which is real fun. It usually lasts about an hour. Chat with you guys. You kind of get insider information of kind of what I'm going to talk about the next live stream and such. Sometimes
because it's not weird if you're making a video. You're not really talking to yourself.
That's right. And then we do a lot walk typically too. So this week we won't have a member live video because we'll be on our way back from New York.
But we'll probably do a member live at the auto show or walking around or doing something else. We usually try and do a little video for you guys.
Yeah, we'll do extra content. We probably won't do it live.
You're right. We don't do it live. We do extra content.
Saturday, I'll be here Saturday, so we'll probably still do a lot walk on Saturday. So anyway. All right, so other than that, I think we've gotten all that. We normally at this point would welcome in members and everything, so we do want to thank all the members that are on the chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being in there.
Moderator.
We appreciate you guys. And Ridgeview, our moderator, and Niles, our honorary moderator.
No, he's a moderator, but he's an honorary member.
Well, he's a
McArthur employee.
Yes.
He's our aftermarket specialist.
Moderator. Yes. Okay. So we won't welcome those people, but don't forget to, other than membership stuff, we do have merch if you want it anytime.
Yeah.
Don't have shirts like this. This actually my wife made this one, but we have other merch on our merch site. The link is in the description. And talking about recent videos, haven't had a lot of videos. Of course, we've been breaking these live streams up into separate videos with the dealer news updates, scheduling notes, and recalls. So every week you'll find those videos on our channel. In fact, we'll have these go live on Wednesday. So check those out. Usually Wednesday afternoon, evening. For those, if you want those separate content videos instead of watching the live stream, you can have those. But this last week we did have a video that we did on the F-150 Lightning. The Wave 8 invites went out, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But I did a video on that, as well as you probably see yesterday the Bronco Sport Heritage Edition, which actually is going out tonight for us.
Yes.
But it'll be for you guys yesterday. That video was live. You should be able to watch that. And we'll be having upcoming videos from the auto show as well coming up. You can check out those videos this week. Hopefully, we'll probably try to have a couple go live while we're there for you. If we find anything new for you, we'll see what's out there. And then we do have Thursday night will be not live on Facebook though. No Facebook Live this week. And don't forget to check out the channels down below of all the channels that we support. So find those, a bunch of different channels we support. Been adding more and more of those on there. So do check those out.
Sorry, guys.
So there are some great channels. There's All-Terrain Nation. Of course, Johnny's Car Care Reviews are the ones that we've been first kind of following, but some others that we've found as well that are great channels, as well as Ragnarcon's channel. So you guys got to make sure you check him out.
He's one of our members, and he's a great help in the Bronco forum.
Yes. So, all right, let's get into the good dealer moment.
Yes.
Or highlight. All right, Sarah, have at it.
All right, ordered my XL Hybrid Maverick loaded with options November 1st, 2021 from Christy Parker at Dean Sellers. I was advised it would be a long wait. I was never pushed to look at other cars available on the lot. They respected my wishes. I was contacted several months later about restraints, and they advised me about which add-on I should remove for quicker production. I only removed the hard bag cover, and 2 weeks later my MAV had its first of many 22 production dates. I was one of the unlucky ones with a VIN that was rolled over to 23. As soon as Ford released the option sheets, long before the actual rollover, Christy got me the option sheet so I could go over it and amend my order to match 23 options and color changes. This made for a stress-free rollover day that late November. Once truck order was in, she emailed me and showed priority too. I received my 23 hybrid build date quickly after. When delivered to my dealership, Christy called, emailed, and texted the news while I was at work. She sent the out-the-door price, no markups, no surprises. In fact, there were several rebates in addition to the private offer. After reading about all the games some dealers had played, I was so excited. I waited over 400 days for my little trucklet and could not be happier with how Christy P. at Dean Sellers took care of every step for me. Additional info. My first new car purchase since 1997, my son ordered his not knowing about my order from a different dealership the same week I ordered mine, and his too was a 22 rollover to 23. He did not have the same great experience I had with Christy at Dean Sellers. The whole family will be taking our cars to them for service and maintenance. You guys are great and have been keeping my family informed. 122 Bronco for his son from a not so good dealer, and my Maverick from Christy at Dean Sellers. Best experience I could have had for my first new car purchase ever. Amy.
All right. So
I like how she called it a trucklet. I like that name.
I not only do I like these good dealer, getting these good dealer moments and such, but you also get to hear the stories of everything as well. It's pretty cool. So, all right, now we're going to move into scheduling notes and information.
Schedule. Get it scheduled.
All right, yes. So I do want to preface this. So scheduling, when we talk about scheduling, it's basically what Ford is taking the orders and scheduling the orders for future production dates. A lot of these are for May and I think April and May, depending on the model lineup. So also keep in mind too, we have a lot of people that are kind of saying they're already ready to jump ship, or they're already looking forward to 2024, especially on the Maverick people. Mm-hmm. You just be patient. There's still like a half a year of production still yet to be scheduled. So the order banks may open up. They usually open up a couple months before the end of production. Like we know on the Maverick, it's going to probably be August because the last day of production is in October. But they're going to still be scheduling, that last month before that. So there might be a little carryover, but be patient. There's still a whole half year of production left, and some of the model years they are ramping up production, like Bronco Sport and the Maverick and even F-150 and such. So we're seeing a ramp up of production. So just be patient. We're not done. All right, just because yours hasn't gotten scheduled right away, there's still plenty of scheduling to be done. So I want to preface that.
Side note, we may have a list of terms and verbiage that we use throughout our lives, because we may not explain it in every single live. So we may have a terminology list at some point soon.
Yeah, we're someone actually sent us some, so I appreciate their help on that.
It's a good starting point.
Yes, and so we're gonna put that a lot of stuff on create a website page for that stuff. So
yeah.
All right, so scheduling this week. So remember, this is probably the last week before we start using April's allocations. So we're still working on May's allocations this week. I know it's it's now past April 1st. And such, but just keep in mind that those allocations are still using March's allocations, so it's just the way Ford does it. So that's why a lot of these models are not scheduling this week, because most of them have already scheduled out the April and May production dates already. So just keep that in mind when you see this, because a lot of models aren't scheduling. So Mustang, we're talking about 2024, because 23 production is pretty much over in a way of scheduling, that is. So 24 Mustangs, they're not scheduling this week. Probably next week we're going to start seeing them schedule for those new orders that are just in. So we do have Job 1 that's going to start April 17th. Job 1 means that's when the production for that model year starts. That is, they have 2 different jobs for production each model year, a Job 1 and a Job 2. So when we hear Job 1 startup, that means that's a startup for that model year's production. So for us, for the Mustang, that's the 2024. That day is going to be April 17th, which is Mustang Day. So, all right, Bronco Sport is not scheduling this week. I don't have any. Some of these I'm going to give you information on when we think the order banks are going to open up, or when Job 1's going to be for the next model year. We don't have that information on the Bronco Sport or several of these vehicles. Escape is not scheduling this week. Bronco is not scheduling this week. Edge is not scheduling. Just for your information, 24 model year order banks are supposed to open up May 15th, with Job 1, first day of production for 24, being July 17th. That's an early startup for the Edge, which may be the last year. We don't know. All right, Explorer is not scheduling this week. Expedition is scheduling this week, so they're scheduling for a lot of different build dates in May. They're filling in those last slots, so of course you need to make sure you have that heavy duty trailer tow package on your order. 24 model year order banks could open up as early as June 12th, and Job 1 being August 28th. Again, that's a little early as well for that production. Maverick is not scheduling this week. They are already got all their everything figured out for what they're doing for May. Now we do have note where people have mentioned this, and they actually, I think even Ford Authority took some things from either my video or that maybe they found it on their own. But the build out is going to be October 14th. Now build out means or balance on, I mean, that is the last day they're going to produce a 2023, and so that's October 14th. Typically the next day is the next model year, so right after that. So we know that, knowing when the balance out is, that tells us a little bit about when the first day of 2024 ordering or production is going to be, which should be mid-October. Knowing that, we can usually go back 2 months before that, and that's probably when the order banks open up. So I'd probably say somewhere in August is when 2024 order banks will open up for that model year. So there you go. Ranger is not scheduling this week. 2024 order banks should open up May 26th, with Job 1 or the start of production for 24 being August 7th. Looking forward to that. That is a great looking model. To me, it's a major upgrade for the Ranger, looking at that body style. F-150, it is scheduling this week for build date of April 24th. Don't have any information for 24 model year, order banks or anything like that yet. F-150 Lightning is not scheduling this week, but we know that 24 model year Lightning order banks will open up September 13th, and Job 1 to start, or production to start for 2024 at the end of November 27th. Those are tentative dates right now, and I actually got those from somebody, and they're not actually in any kind of materials released yet, so you got the information early. Also, we'll talk about a little bit more about Lightning in just a little bit and get to some dealer news updates. Super Duty is scheduling this week for 424 for the Kentucky truck plant. The Ohio is not scheduled this week. Don't have any information on 24 model year yet. Transit is scheduling for the week of 5/29, May 29th. and don't have any information on 24 for that. Transit Connect is not scheduling this week, and this is the last year, so there is no information on 24 because in US and Canada they aren't making the Transit Connect anymore. And the Mustang Mach-E is not scheduling this week. We know that 23.5 model year order banks are supposed to open up May 4th. With Job 1, we don't actually know, to be determined on Job 1 when they're going to start producing that 2020 or 23.5 model year. So there you go. So that's that information. Normally I go with the dealer. I got her on something new this week, and because she's not able to chat with you guys because we're not recording this live, right? So you're gonna have to hold on, and we're gonna do dealer news updates now. So let's go ahead and move on to that. All right, it's frustrating because we're here recording. We're talking into a camera, and people are right beside us. You know, I think maybe
got
on
some
video.
lights.
Anyway,
Got some lights too.
we even got the light ring going. Okay, anyway, all right. So it's just funny. All right, so moving on to dealer news updates. First one I want to talk about is not something that's been released. That Ford released this week, but it's something that I found out about the Super Duty. So people have been asking about the 355 electronic locking. That is a Job 2 option that has not been available to configure in the build and price. So I have some information, or not in the build price, I'm sorry, the WebDo system, the ordering system. So let me update you on the configuration for that. So on the F-250 with the standard 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine, the 355 e-locker is available with the FX4 or without it. You will need to make sure you have the high capacity package or tow package added to your order. When you go to select that, it actually pops up on the screen and lets you know that. So I was going to probably do an individual video on this. Might even do it today because I think it's important to know. F-250 with the high output 6.7 liter, that's that new diesel engine, requires a tremor. You cannot get that with the FX4 package. So you know that you will need that. Now, for the F350 single rear wheels, either one of the two diesel engines, it is available with no requirements on any other packages. So you can get the FX4. They are having issues right now with that. It's not been working in the ordering system as of last Friday. So at some point it should be up and running and going again. So just so you know that. Now, get to some other dealer news updates here. Get my notes here. All right, so last week, of course, I mentioned it earlier in the video, the Lightning reservation holders, Wave 8 went out, and everybody that is left over that has not been invited yet received an invite. So everybody now that has a reservation for a Lightning has been invited to order. So if you didn't know that, if you maybe aren't checking your email, check your email, go to your Ford account. You can now, everybody that has a reservation that's in there that you've not converted over to an order, now is the time to do that. So you need to hurry up and do it because XLT trim is available right now. Pro is sold out. It is not going to be available for the rest of 23 model year. You need to go in now because once XLT sells out, it's done for 23 model year. You will not be able to order again. Nope. Lariat, Platinum are available as well. You need to make sure you go in there. It does expire April 24th, so you only have 3 more weeks to put that order in. At that point, you're going to get your $100 back. They're going to cancel your order, your reservation. It's done. And they said sometimes in the spring they're going to open up the retail order bank. It means it's going to be like the Mach-E where you can order it online or you can order it through your dealer for everybody else. So if you didn't get that reservation and you missed that deadline and you've been waiting, pretty soon you'll be able to order and you won't have to wait in line. You can just go to your dealer. You can just put that in. Of course, they probably will sell out fast because they're ramping up production this summer, and there are a lot of people that are ordering that wanted that Pro version. They wanted that $40,000 Lightning, basically. And we're going to talk a little bit as part of the On My Mind, where I want to talk a little bit about that pricing and whether or not Ford's raised their price 20 grand from the Pro version, right, to what it is now, which I'll talk about next, is the price increases. But how realistic are the prices? Are they overpriced or not? We'll get into that in a little bit. But the prices did go up for those, and it does say in here Pro version for the commercial customers. So commercial customers can still order a Pro version, but retail customers, basically everyday person cannot order one. That price did go up $4,000 more to $59,974. But again, that's not where you actually can order one right now. The cheapest one you can order is an XLT, and that one will start at $63,474 for a 311A. Now the Lariat 510A did go up $1,500 to $75,974, and the Platinum went up to $1,200 to $98,074. So those price increases were effective with the wave invites that went out. So you want to make sure you have that. All right. There was a price increase also on the Bronco Sport, effective April 3rd. No April Fool's joke here. So the Badlands and Heritage went up $750, and the cargo management system went up $45. And don't forget, if you had a Bronco order on a Badlands or Heritage prior to April 3rd, you are price protected. I know dealers will say you're not, but it says right here, if you had a firm 2023 order, whether it be a fleet, retail, or demonstrator, signed and dated on or before April 2nd, and of course it was received a Ford COVP by the 6th, then your order is price protected. It's very simple. Ford's been doing this since 2016. All right, so that's that. And then also, just a couple more things. All right, order banks for the Bronco have closed. So the Heritage Edition is no longer available, so for 2023. So we know the base and Everglades was not available when order banks opened up on the 27th, and the Heritage Edition has closed up now, so it is no longer available. The other trims, let's see, Big Bend, Black Diamond, Outer Banks, Badlands, Wild Track are still available. So, and don't forget, Heritage Limited Edition is specific. They are manually allocated, as well as Bronco Raptor. So there you go. Now, those of you that did take orders, dealers, you want to make sure you get your COVP done on the Heritage Edition by April 14th. You should have all of it done already by now, but make sure you have that done. And then, lastly, the Blue Cruise trial extension for select customers. So some customers got a trial version of the Blue Cruise, and Blue Cruise allows you to go hands-free driving. Ford's want to get as many miles out there as they can for people to learn and get feedback from and everything. So those that had a 21 model year Job 1 Mustang Mach-E and a 21 model year F-150, as well as all your 23 Mustang Mach-E Selects, all got a trial for this, and they're extending it until, where's that date? Through December 31st of this year. So you get that trial longer because they want to get as many miles as possible on that. So that's pretty cool on how that works. So that will not go in effect on any Job 2 or 23.5 year model year Mach-E. Even if you do get a Select, you will not get to go any further after that. So, all right, Sarah is going to do the recalls for us.
All right. So we'll start off with safety recall 22S22. This affects Super Duties, 2020 Super Duties from the Kentucky Truck Plant October 1st, 2019 through September 21st, 2020, and the Ohio Plant October 30th, 2019 through July 23rd, 2020. It's affected 23,422 vehicles. So, the reason for this recall is in some of the affected vehicles, the pinion thruster washer within the 10R140 transmission planetary 4 carrier assembly can disintegrate, causing metallic debris to contaminate the gear set and potentially damage the gear teeth. Metallic debris can subsequently get lodged in the transmission's mechanical park pawl mechanism and prevent the vehicle from achieving or holding park. Inability to achieve or hold park can result in unintended vehicle movement, increasing the risk of a crash. You can expect a letter mailed the week of April 10th. Sorry, guys. I don't read out loud very well. Okay. Is there anything else on that I needed to do? Okay. Alright, next one. 23B21. This will affect, or this is a customer satisfaction program. certain 23 model year F-150. This program will be in effect through March 31st, 2024. This customer satisfaction program has an expiration date of March 31st, 2024 to encourage dealers and customers to have this service performed as soon as possible. So it's going to affect the F-150 Lightning from 2023 model year from the Rouge Electrical, June 10th, 22 through December 23, 22. So it's affected 2,997 vehicles. Yeah. In all of the affected vehicles, the gateway module may lose internet connection. This may cause the vehicle to experience an inoperative forward pass application, inability to review the vehicle's state of charge, inoperation remote start, and or an operative remote lock and unlock. This may be combined with diagnostic trouble codes stored in the telematics control unit and U2402 and or U240292 stored in the gateway module. So it sounds like a coding problem.
Yep.
So.
And then letters are supposed to go out on that one. It's on the second page, I think.
Yes. Letters will go out week of April 17th.
So a lot of these are, you're getting what we're going over as dealer, where we get the notification that this is happening, and so you're kind of getting an advance notification of the recall.
Heads up.
Yeah.
That something's going on. New vehicle demonstration or delivery hold. This is a safety recall, 22S76. It's going to affect F-59 chassis from the years of 21 and 22 from the Detroit chassis plant. The build dates are November 1st, 2021 through December 28th, 2021, and January 4th, 2022 through March 16th, 2022. It will also affect E-Series from model year 22 and 23 from the Ohio plant. The build dates are November 16th, 2021 through February 10th, 2022, and January 19th, 2022 through March 1st, 2022. This has affected 11,047 vehicles. So the reason in some of these affected vehicles due to excessive sheet metal dry lube present during paint operation and or inadequate paint drying time, the external paint on the fuel tank may not adhere properly, leading to paint peeling and possible long-term corrosion. If a leak occurs due to corrosion, a diagnostic trouble code, one of P0456, and there's a bunch of them there, may be set. A malfunction indicator lamp may illuminate, or a fuel odor or liquid fuel may be observed. A fuel leak in the presence of an ignition source could potentially result in a fire, and letters will go out the week of April 10th. Alright, one more. This is a compliance recall, 23CO2. It's going to affect transit for model year 23 from the Kansas City plant. Build dates November 2nd through 2022 through January 28th, 2023. It has affected 4,809 vehicles. The reason is certain 23 model year transit vehicles, Ford shipped a special service kit that contains an auxiliary wiring harness for upfit or alterations. If the auxiliary wire harness is installed into the vehicle, including chassis cab units and fans, the HVAC system will not function as required by the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard. Number 103, windshield defrosting and defogging systems due to incorrect wiring in the auxiliary wiring harness connector. Loss of the ability to control the defroster or defog function may decrease the driver's visibility under certain driving conditions, increasing the risk of a crash. Letters will go out the week of April 11th.
All right. Cool. Good job. Might have a new job. Going over recalls.
I can do that.
Get used to that. All right. Now, next, we're going to talk about, is it true?
Is it true?
So I got flooded with some is it trues on Saturday.
I had like 3.
So Saturday was April Fool's. And so we got, I think a lot of people, especially early in the morning, didn't realize what day it was, and it was April Fool's.
Including my husband.
So Ford Authority, they did this last year as well. They put out an article talking about the Maverick convertible. So that is not true. Of course, hopefully you read through it completely and noticed at the bottom they mentioned some things, and like Tim Barley instead of Jim Farley, things like that. So anyway, so that is not true. We are not getting a Maverick convertible, just so you know. And also,
that would be ridiculous.
Yep, Town and Country TV. I actually wish I thought of doing a video on Is It True. I don't know. I should have thought about it ahead of time. Next year, it might happen, so we'll take note. But Town and Country TV, Mitch over there did one on the Bronco Lightning, and he did a great job on this because he went through the whole thing, very serious about all the different things that's available, the trims and everything. I mean, he was serious throughout the whole thing, and went in about 6, 7, 8 minutes before saying it was an April Fool's joke. But he did a good job. So if you didn't watch it,
maybe we need to do one where you say you're going to retire.
Yeah. So it was really funny.
Maybe a little sneak peek for next year if people remember.
Yep. So anyway, but his is really good. But yes, that was an April Fool's joke as well. We are not getting a Bronco Lightning. Just so you know, any electric vehicle that's coming out, including the Maverick Lightning. So this wasn't even an April Fool's joke. This is just bad journalism altogether on this YouTube channel. And I hate to say it that bluntly, but you know what? If you got a YouTube channel out there, don't be spreading gossip and getting clickbait just so you can get views. And luckily, I am not going to post the link to the video that I found. Someone actually sent it to me because they have less than 1,000 views, and I don't want them getting any more because it's about a Maverick Lightning and talking about different things on that one. They don't even give you any information or anything, but that is not something that we know is coming. And Ford has actually said that their next electric, they're not going to take another current vehicle and just make it electric. They said they're going to be all new, platforms and everything. They're already advertising and talking about the T3 platform and electric vehicle that's coming out that is not going to be the next gen Lightning or F-150 Lightning. It is going to be a different vehicle.
Can we at least get a car back? An electric car. I would really like an electric car.
Well, they're going to say it's the mach-e. Well, that's actually an SUV. But anyway, someone that did send me, and that I saw on Bronco 6G, which I actually think I mentioned this in one of my videos already, but I wanted to throw it in here, and that is on the Bronco. So whether or not it's true that the Everglades is being discontinued. So some people are saying is the Everglades being discontinued? Because if you go to the build and price, and this is for 23, you'll notice that the base, so we know that we can't order the base, and it does say in here, unavailable to order, contact your dealer for available inventory. And we know we can't order the Everglades, but you'll notice the base is on there, but the Everglades is not on here. And so some people are speculating that the Everglades is done. It's not available. And I already got confirmation from the brand manager, which they will not tell us what configurations we're going to have in 24. They will never comment on future products and features and configurations.
Proprietary information.
That's kind of out there. That's their coin phrase. So they won't actually admit it. So it could be true, but they did say the reason that the Everglades isn't here and the base is on here is because the reason base is still here is because there's enough dealers with inventory that they need this on the website. Otherwise, the inventory wouldn't show up. But on the Everglades, there's a low enough amount of vehicles in inventory that they can take it off and it doesn't impact the inventory feed. So if you, by the way,
if you're looking through it, you want to order what's showing. And so by removing it, they can then, be like, okay, so we aren't offering it, so we're just taking it off.
So if you go up and you want to search inventory for dealers, and you want to, hey, I want to search, if I want to search Bronco inventory, so what it's doing is gonna, hey, let's find it at a dealer, right? And so it has to be on build and price for it to show up in here. They told us that on it was a Q&A that came up that mentioned it. So that's why this base, the inventory for these base would not show up if not. Now, we don't have a base in stock. This is actually, you can see it's a dealer ordered. It's actually for a customer. They actually show up, which I don't like that they do that if for a customer. But you'll notice,
Everglades is right there.
Everglades is there, but when you click on it, it automatically, it doesn't show you any inventory. Even if we go out further, I think at one time I sorted this and went out a lot further than I was, which I'm not sure how you do that up here.
We
I
don't
guess.
have an Everglades.
Yeah, so even if you go like 100 miles, you know, it pulls up other vehicles, but there's a small enough amount that that's why it's not there, because now you won't be able to find those. But they want to make sure, see how many bases are still available. So there's enough bases, that's why it's on their website and that is not. So that's why we really truly don't know whether or not the Everglades is going to be around next year, but it should be. So I would think so. So all right, moving on. I got a couple things I want to talk about before we end the video. So we're going to talk about things that are on my mind. All right, one thing that's on my mind is let's talk about the Lightning. So we're going to actually bounce right back on over to this. So I want to talk about the Lightning because if you go and look at, we're going to go back up. By the way, I don't like Ford's new website. I was used to what it was before. But anyway, if I go down here, because if I go electric vehicle, the Lightning doesn't actually, oh, there it is. The other day it wasn't showing up. Okay, so let's go to the Lightning and let's talk about this. So a lot of people are complaining $60,000 because they were advertised a $40,000 vehicle, and I do believe that Ford messed up, but I don't think necessarily they messed up because they raised the price. I think they messed up because they advertised a $40,000 Lightning. That was the mistake, because I don't know how Ford was planning to make a $40,000 electric truck. I mean, this is an F-150. I mean, in all purposes, this is a truck. This thing can haul, it can tow. It may not tow for very long, but it can, and it can do all work truck. I mean, it has outlets in the back. People work using this on a construction site. This is a truck. This is doing truck stuff here. Just the same thing that I would do with my F-150 gas version that I had before my Lightning, I still can do with this truck. And to say that, I'm like, I can't believe that they could do a $40,000 truck. So I thought, let's have a little fun here. So what about, so we know that the Pro version, that is basically your XL F-150, is $60,000. How cheap can we get a hybrid gas version or hybrid version of the F-150? So let's do that. Let's go on over here and go to the build and price, and I want to build out an F-150, and those that are members, we've already done this, right? So kind of practice on you guys. Again, if you're a member, you get to see some of this stuff in advance. So we're going to go XL. Now, the Lightning is standard Super Crew and standard 4x4, right? And I can't go 4x4 yet. We'll jump in. Yeah, 40,006. There you go. There's your 40. Well, it's even $600 before that, and that's with the tiny little 3.3 liter gas engine. The tiny little, I call it tiny little. But first thing we need to do is go to powertrain, and we need to go to 4x4 first, right? Because the all electric truck, and that's already $4,000 just going 4x4, is 4x4 Super Crew standard equipment, right? So let's go 4x4, and to be comparable, we need to go to at least a hybrid engine. So we're going to go hybrid engine, and so this is XL hybrid engine 4x4 Super Crew. Let's not add anything else. Nothing else. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Nothing else. The cheapest you can buy this for, you can probably see it over there, is $51,555. And if you want to say before the destination, $2,000 lower than that. So you're right around $50,000 for a non-electric vehicle. So for $9,000, I get an all-electric vehicle. But if you really wanted to be honest, there are things that come with that electric vehicle. Standard heated seats.
Yeah.
You know, you get things that are standard. So if you go up to packages,
that's like a bench seat with the fold down middle console. On a Lightning, it's standard with the middle.
It's
the
console. With
you
some
get
people,
the flat work at top, and
and looking at the bed utility package, everything that you get on the bed utility package is also included in a Lightning. So let's add that. To be honest, all your Copilot 360 Assist 2.0 features are also standard on a Lightning.
Yep.
So let's gotta click that if we want to be comparable.
Yep.
Oh, what did that make me add? I didn't see that. Oh well. Trailer tow package technically isn't okay. They have their own tow package, so let's not add that. But now, what are we at? Now we're at $53,800. So, you know, for what, $5,000 more, $6,000 more, you get an electric vehicle. So
You're saving money in the long run.
Tell me, what do you think? I mean, do you think? And look at the look of that. You still got the steel wheels.
Yes.
And you don't get a plain
go
wheel.
To the interior.
You don't get a plain wheel when you go Lightning.
You're getting.
Because it's bench seat. Some
bench
people would
seat.
actually rather have that.
Yes.
You get the work. No, I think the workstation is also a standard.
Yes.
Heated seats is standard. This doesn't have heated seats either. I mean, there's again, you know, kind of looking at it that way. Now let's play. Let's do this with the XLT. How's it compare to the XLT? Again, we got to go 4x4. There you go. And let's go. Actually, just click the hybrid transmission. Does it for us down here. There we go. We want that. And then on this one too, I mean, you got a couple different packages. So this XLT High would be like going to your 311A package. So let's stay with the mid package to see how we compare to that 63 price. Any of the stuff, things that are already included, that utility package would be included already in a Lightning.
Do you get payload with the XLT?
Well, it's kind of different. I won't add it necessarily because this actually increases the payload probably more than what the Lightning gets. And then, I mean, tow package maybe, but let's just go down to the summary where we at there. We're 59,000. So now you're 59,000 for an XLT. So you're only 4,000. Again, it's only $4,000 or $5,000 to actually step up to an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
So, and you get a $7,500 tax credit on these vehicles, on a Pro version as well as a standard XLT. Now, when you go over 80 grand, you don't. So if you go XLT with the extended range, then you don't. But I guess my point is Ford's pricing really that out of whack of what they're of the gas version? I don't think so. I think their mistake was they advertised a $40,000 electric vehicle 2 years ago when they shouldn't have. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's their fault there. But otherwise, that's really the only other thing that I had on my mind. And we could answer questions, but we don't have any questions from the members. So, but anyway, but just to kind of end the live stream, we are, of course, when you're watching this, we'll actually be in New York City enjoying, hopefully the sights and everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna enjoy that, but we're gonna
probably having dinner right now.
Yeah, probably having dinner right now as we watch this, but we'll just see. So, but thank you guys. A lot of people have given us ideas of things to do in New York City, places to go eat. We talked about pizza. They gave us a good pizza place that I think we'll hit.
You said there's one right across the street, right?
There is, but there's probably not as good as Joe's Pizza. So we're going to try to hit Joe's Pizza.
Because I've heard of like 10 different pizza
but
places. So.
Most, even Joe's Pizza is only like 5-minute walk or 10-minute walk from the hotel. So we'll probably hit it.
I'm hearing a lot of walking.
Walking shoes. But what's funny is I looked about doing the transit, so it'd take us longer to wait and get on a bus to get to the Javits Arena or Center or whatever it's called than it would be for us to walk there. So
yeah.
I guess if we just don't want to have to walk, we might end up coming back that way. Especially after the first day, we'll probably do so much walking around. We'll be like, let's get off our feet for a little bit.
Do you think I can fit a foot massager in my bag?
Might need one. Anyway, but we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll be getting you guys some content from the auto show. So a lot of different press releases the first day. The second day, we probably be more content. I'm sure we'll hit the Ford booth.
A Thursday Facebook Live?
No, we're not going to do one of those. So
okay.
No. We'll do a live on Facebook, but it'll be like we did last time where we walk through the Ford booth.
Yeah. It'll just be a sporadic whenever we get to it.
When we decide to do it. More than likely, we probably will do that Thursday. But anyway, other than that, thank you guys for especially being loyal members and you've given us those donations from the chat and everything. We appreciate those. Those help with the cost of the trips. To be able to go to those trips, so we do appreciate that.
Shout out to one of our members. He sent this for, it says Mrs. Ford Video Guy for my mom, his wife, for what is that?
The Bronco.
Supercell.
Yes.
He sent a shirt to me, so it's official. I am the Ford Video Gal. Sarah, the Ford Video Gal.
There you go.
We were waiting for y'all
and
to...
he even got the script, right? Did you send that to him?
No.
You're crazy. Anyway.
But been waiting for y'all to name me.
All right. Well, anyway, I think that's all we have. So hopefully you guys, hopefully should be in the chat with you guys, and you guys enjoyed this one here. Again, hopefully we're answering your questions as you've been going along, watching this with us. That was kind of our hope and goal, that we can kind of answer those questions as well, and get those. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, the Ford, just send them right below, thefordvideoguy@gmail.com. Sarah can answer most of those. And then, of course, if you have any sales-related ones, that's what the timothybarts@gmail is for. So, again, thank you very much for watching tonight. Hopefully you guys have a great week and great weekend.
Yes.
It's actually, is this Easter week? Is it Easter week?
It is.
This is Easter week. So
Sunday is Easter.
Anyway, so, all right. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget, stay positive, be kind to one another.
And be kind to yourselves.
And we'll see you guys later.